How many friends do you have and how many friends do you need? Great question, because friendship, according to some people, is the most important part of their life. So what is your definition of friendship? If you're going to bring somebody into your inner circle and they're going to be a part of your life and you're going to call them a friend, what are the character traits? What are the things that they would have to have for you to bring somebody in? I'm standing in front of my library. This particular library is all about people who have achieved things, done things, lived an amazing life. And I would call them my friends. These are my book friends. Some of them are not with us anymore. Some of them I've never met before. But they add massive value to my life. So if you bring somebody into your life, into your inner circle, should they add value to your life? And that's where I always get a little bit confused with the I've got 1,000 Facebook friends or I've got 10,000 friends on social media. Are they really your friends? And if you've got a personal definition of friendship, that might not fit into that. My personal definition of friendship is a little bit unusual. It's the person who, if you were in deep trouble, and the example was given to me when I was very young, if you were in a foreign jail, accused of something that you didn't do, who would come and get you? Who would be the person that believed so much in you that, no, she didn't do that, and I'm going to go and save her? And when you use that definition, I find it really exciting because that's very few people. I have lots of people who say, yes, I like you and you've done great things for me and it's nice to have you in my life. But how many people would actually come and rescue you, save you, help you if you really needed help? And I'm very privileged. I've had very few people in my life like that, but I do have and have had people in my life like that. So that's my first question. What is your definition of friendship? Are you the person that is going to attract great people into your life because you like who you are, you respect yourself? And then when do we get people out of our lives? When does somebody stop being your friend? So if I bring somebody in, I don't really know who they are. If they then treat me badly or they criticize me, gossip about me, are disrespectful, do something horrible to me, then that's their challenge. Now I know who they are. They have revealed themselves. But if I keep them in my inner circle and I know who they are and what they're capable of, and they do it again, then the second time they do it, that becomes my challenge because I've allowed them to stay in my inner circle. Something to consider, because a lot of people do complain. I'm sure you've heard them. My friend said this, my friend did that. And my question is always this: are they really your friend? And I'll go back to that, a really important definition. What does friendship mean to you? And of course, you're going to have a different definition. But if somebody breaks that, so this is what I call a friend, and they don't do that, or they stop doing it, or they do something disrespectful, what would you do about it? And again, that goes back to, do you like you? Do you respect yourself? Because that means that you don't need people. You like who you are and you like your own company. You're never lonely because you like who you are. So that when people come into your life, they add value. You don't need them. And I think that's a really important part of friendship. Do we need our friends versus I love having you in my life because you add value? And I think that could be a really important thing to consider. Because if you're needy, that puts a lot of pressure on somebody. That Rowie needs me in her life to be her friend. That's a tough call for anybody to have to be, oh, poor old Rowie, she needs her friends. I want to be a strong, powerful, passionate woman who adds value to other people's lives, and then the people that I bring into my life, they add value to my life too. So again, something to consider. Then there's your partner, your family, mum and dad, kids. Are you really good friends with them? Because we often get, well, I have to accept them because they're my mum, or I have to have them in my life because it's my brother, or that's my partner, so I have to compromise and sacrifice in a relationship because. Well, there's another thing to consider. Should friendship be about sacrifice and compromise, or should it be an even 50-50 split of respect, loyalty, kindness? And again, that goes back to your definition. What is friendship and what does it mean to you? And then there's a really interesting question as an exercise professional, and this is just a fun story. When I married K-Man, my gorgeous husband, he was a full-time exercise professional. I was a full-time exercise professional. We were personal exercise coaches, and we had exercise businesses. So I was managing health clubs. I was managing 2 at the time. And he had a very successful, obviously, exercise college, and he had a successful exercise business. And when we did the invitations for our wedding, it was very complicated because all of our clients believed, of course, that they were our friends. But in a professional relationship, one of the things we had to do at our wedding was we had to share with the people that we invited. We ended up inviting everybody because I didn't want to pick and choose. So we invited all of our clients, all of our members, everybody that wanted to come, we invited them. But most people that came to our wedding didn't know anything about us, including our family members. Because one of the things that Cayman and I do, and we're very conscious of this, is to listen to other people, communicate with other people effectively, which is ask questions and listen, rather than talk about ourselves all the time. So the people that came to our wedding who believed they needed to be invited to our wedding because they were our friends really didn't know anything about us. Now that's just an observation. One of the things perhaps to consider in a friendship, and people often ask me about communication when you're talking to somebody, how does the conversation go? Well, with a client or a member or in a professional relationship, it's been suggested that the conversation should be 80-20. So you do 20% of the talking, which is asking questions, and your client, your customer, your professional relationship person does 80% of the talking. So all you're doing is asking questions and asking more questions about their answers, and they do all the talking. But surely in a friendship, in a true friendship, that's a 50-50 thing. And there's my very personal question again. How many people in your life do you have who genuinely listen to you talk and you genuinely listen to them talk and you are both genuinely interested in each other? Now, this is just, again, an observation because I'm a woman. It's been a very fun thing to observe because we talk about women being much better at communication than men. But one of the things I've observed, and I'm an old lady, so I've been observing this for a long time, is that when women talk in a group, it seems that they're all talking at once. And there's a very important question. How can you listen and be genuinely interested in somebody else if you're talking and vice versa? Different observation when I see men in a group. One man will talk and everyone else will be quiet. Then another man will talk and everyone else will be quiet and they'll listen to what he's got to say. Now, again, that's just an observation. But surely in a friendship, in a true friendship, if somebody's got a challenge, you wouldn't talk over the top of them. So here's an example of that. Oh, I'm having a challenge in my personal relationship. And the friend says, oh, me too, I'm having a terrible challenge in my relationship and blah, 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 blah. Well, one of those people needs to talk. One of those people really needs to have a friend. So perhaps that's something to consider in your friendships, your true friendships. Who in your life allows you to talk without interruption, without judgment, without criticism, without adding their part to the story? So of course, if you then talk, the 50-50 part comes in that once you've finished talking, you would then listen to them talk rather than talking over the top of each other. And I'm just sharing that because it seems in personal relationships, there's so many hassles. One of the biggest hassles in life is personal relationships, friendships. A beautiful part of life if it's a beautiful friendship, but causes so much hassle and hurt and challenge if it's not a true friendship. And again, I'm asking because I would love everybody to live their life to the max with great people in their life, only respectful people in their inner circle. It's one of the 4 parts of what I do: healthy, fit and strong, have a career or business that you love, be financially free, and have great relationships. Now, your professional relationships, perhaps keep them at a distance so that you're not getting personally involved. One of the suggestions I've always made to my exercise professionals, if you are an exercise coach, a personal results coach, a personal trainer, if you manage a gym, best not become too close with your members and your clients. If you're going to sleep with one of your clients, best you marry them. It causes so many hassles and so many challenges. But your personal relationships, the people that you are actually going to bring into your life and share your life with them, wouldn't it be nice if that was without sacrifice and compromise? Just 2 beautiful people adding value to each other's lives rather than nagging, gossiping, criticizing, disrespectfulness, negativity that seems to be a part of a lot of friendships. And then if you add into that mix that whole thing of, I've got 1,000 people that love me on social media, are they really your friends? Would they come and rescue you if you are in trouble? Do they genuinely listen when you talk? So I'm going to ask that question again. When was the last time you had an opportunity to have somebody listen to you talk without interrupting, without passing judgment, without giving advice, just genuinely listening? Lean forward, maintain eye contact, open body language. And if you are hoping that that kind of person will fall out of the sky in a pretty pink box, obviously that's not going to happen. So I'll go back to my original question, which is, who are you? Are you the person that would attract beautiful people into your life? And the very special part of that is that means you don't need anybody, because if you like who you are and respect who you are, I'll share again, you'll never be lonely. You'll love your own company. You will add massive value to your own life. You might have a group of friends like mine, book friends, that you can turn to at any time for great stories and interesting experiences, and they add value to your life. But you like being by yourself. And is it possible that if you love and respect yourself, if you like who you are, that you will attract different people into your life than if you need people? So friendship. How many friends do you really need? And there's some great suggestions from some very happy people that your inner circle is literally that, an inner circle. How many people fit in there should be a very small number. Now, there's no should. But how many people in the world genuinely care about you and want you to be successful, want you to be happy, want you to be healthy, fit and strong? And I'll finish with that question. If whatever goals you've got in your life right now, big or small, if you were to achieve all of them today, so you had your dream car, your dream home, you could go on dream holidays, you had a career or business that was very successful, you had a wardrobe full of new clothes, whatever it is that's important to you, would everybody in your life be really happy for you? And it's a really interesting, again, observation from an old lady. A lot of people, for example, win lotto. And they certainly then find out who their true friends are versus the ones that just want to get some money off them. Who their true friends are versus how can I get something out of this relationship. And surely a true friendship is giving and receiving. It's giving of you, and the other person gives of themselves. So if you were to achieve all of your goals, would everybody that you have in your inner circle be really happy for you, or would they be jealous? And I think it's just something to consider, and it might be uncomfortable, it might be confrontational, particularly if it's your partner or your mum and dad or your kids, that they would be jealous of you. But surely life is too short to have people in your inner circle who are disrespectful or who treat you badly or who are negative, pessimistic, just the stuff I don't want to have in my life, which is why most of my friends are in books. I love being by myself. I love my own company, and then the people that I attract into my life are the same. They don't need me. They just want me in their life because I add value and they add value to me. Could that be a great way to live your life to the max? Woohoo!